Hi everyone and welcome back. So today I thought I would do my spring tour, which is a bit overdue. It's about a third or middle of the way through spring at the moment. So a lot of things are flowering, some things are finishing up. The Gymnocactus here have pretty much all finished flowering, although some will pop out a few more. Now, hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. It was quite peaceful, and the second I pulled out the camera it decided that it would start being windy, which is always the case. So a lot of things are growing and growing quite rapidly. I did a bit of a different approach with the fertilizer this growing season, so I've actually fertilized the cactus twice. The first time was with a product called Thrive, which is a soluble fertilizer at about between quarter and half strength, and then the second time was probably about a month or two later. I fertilized with Thrive, a combination of Thrive again, but I actually mixed in some blood and bone, which is like a powder that you usually put around garden plants, but it does dissolve to a certain extent, so I put some of that in, and it seems to be paying off because things are growing quite rapidly. Some nice flowers on this guy here. And this guy here is new. I'm not sure if I did a video on him. It's a Rabutia. So you might notice that the plants are a little bit all over the shop at the moment in terms of organisation. That happens coming into summer because I garden outside. I need to move the plants around to balance their light requirements, because obviously the sun moves and it's higher in the higher up during summer. The Haworthias are in the back and some cuttings of Haworthia as well, but we'll keep this video about cactus today. The Notocactus or parodia has been regrouped. I'll still call them Notocactus. I get tired of the cactus being constantly reclassified. This guy here is new. It's a Notocactus Ritalans, something like that. You would have seen his open flowers in my Cactus Minute video on the Notocactus, but their flowers are incredible. Especially this guy. This guy here is an extremely common and cheap cactus, but his flowers are probably one of my favourite. They're almost metallic and fluorescent at the same time. Like, it's absolutely incredible. Lophophora at the back there, who had a haircut, so he's looking a little bit sad, but I'll propagate some, and then I'll move this out of the way, and I'll show you my Lophophora that are grown on their own roots. So these are seed grown on their own roots, never been grafted. So they're so much nicer looking than the other ones, but they are so plump at the moment. I've been pretty heavy on the watering, and so they're nice and fat. And then my grafts up here, which should start growing a little bit better soon. They're a bit slow at the moment. Move down here. This is the new watering device because I broke my turkey baster, so that's what I use now. A couple of new Echinopsis. These three in the back here. I got those from a flower show, or cactus show I should say. A few more mammillarias in here. And this guy's about to flower. He'll be featured in a Cactus Minute once his flowers open, and hopefully this guy will open at the same time. Moving down the line, more flowers coming up, Labivia, and this big guy in here, another Echinopsis here, which hopefully these flowers all take, and then moving across here, this beauty here, which is a Rabutia, new addition. And believe it or not, if you have a look, this guy's nearly filling out a 10 centimeter pot. He was actually in one of these pots when I got him, like literally he was just pushing out the sides. And so I repotted him, and he seems to be saying thank you. So beautiful, like scarlet red. I think this guy here is going to flower. At least that's what I'm hoping. See those little white, yellowy sort of puffy things there? I'm hoping they're flowers. I very nearly sold that cactus because it doesn't do anything, so I grew just interested in it. A malaria in the middle, and then a Gymnocalycium over there, and just some Haworthia cuttings in the back. Alright, we'll move on to the next shelves. Let's go down the line. Look out, little man. Look out. Look out of the way. Golden barrel, another Notocactus or parodia. This guy here is a golden rat's tail cactus, which is a horrible name, but it's got a nice flower. Pharaoh cactus here, and then my Trichoceros scopulicola, which is about to flower. So super excited about that. And from what I can tell, there is 3 flower buds, 1, 2, 3. So Trichoceros are known for their massive spectacular flowers, so looking forward to that. Trichoceros spatiana there, which flowered last season, so hopefully he does again. And just some odds and sods here. My old specimen Trichoceros pachinoi, which got cut up. No pups as yet. There we go. And move on to here, which is where some of my what I consider my more interesting plants are. So Gymnocalycium, which if you've watched my channel for a little while, you know are my all-time favourite. I love them very much. This one here was a trade. I traded, I can't remember what it is now, I traded something to a friend of mine, and he gave me this in return because he knows that I love my Gymnocalycium. And have a look at all the flower buds on there. What have we got there? 2, 4, 6, 7, and one more coming up. Oh, 2 more coming up, so it's going to be only 10 flowers. Looking forward to that, absolutely. And across here, another Lophophora, which is flowering. This is one of the very first successful grafts that I did. And if you want to see the timeline of that guy growing, check out my channel. There is a grafting timeline video that I did. Here are the Astrophytums, the Japanese cultivars. Super pretty. I really like them, and going forward it'll be one of the main plants that I grow. This guy here is going to flower, and again this guy here is a graft that I did, so you can see his timeline on my channel as well. This one down here is new. I don't know if I put him in a video as yet. Here's a variegated Astrophytum myriostigma, 6-sided. Cost me quite a bit, but I've wanted one for a very long time, so I'm happy to have him on board. Just in here, this is just some flowers that I picked up of a Astrophytum, the 4-sided one. What's that, a quadristatum or something like that? So I'll use that for pollination, but it's been really overcast, and the flowers aren't opening up because it's just not sunny enough, so I'm hoping that pollen's still viable. This Lophophora back here, this one's on its own roots, never been grafted. Big beautiful specimen, tiny little flower on him. Then we'll come up here. This guy's I'm waiting for these to open. I've been outside for a couple of hours now waiting, and it's just not happening. And here, these flowers here are spent. They were actually yellow when they were fresh, so they're spent. Hopefully something got pollinated. Myriostigma. There's a cocoon whose flowers refuse to open, which is frustrating me. Some more Astrophytum in here, so you can see that if you have a look here, it's hard to find, you can see the new growth. See that V pattern there? That new white bit in there, that's the new growth pushing out like that. So everything's growing pretty well. Some things are looking a little bit sad. This is a rescue, so he's a little bit scrappy. And this guy here had to scale, so I picked them all out with my nail, and that's why he's all pitted. This guy here was a gift a friend of mine gave me. which is, it's an Astrophytum myriostigma, but he grafted it because he noticed that this particular one was growing a lot taller. So it's something a little bit different, and it's actually growing really nicely, as you can see there, nice fresh growth. So I'll continue on. Some of the Lobivias have flowered, which are all these guys here and a few more through there. They have beautiful flowers, and they're really easy to grow. So if you like flowers, get yourself some Lobivias. They're not expensive and pretty common. The Lobivia aracantha hybrids are probably some of the best flowering, but all the ones that I have are really good flowerers. Couple of little flowers on these guys. They're Gymnocalycium, not really anything impressive. I think that one's a Gymnocactus. Let's have a look, shall we? Hang on. I'll just play Tetris. Yeah, that's actually a Gymnocactus, that one. That purple one. These ones here are Gymnocalycium, which not really impressive flowers, but they've got a cool form, so it's alright. And this guy here will flower soon. It's a Sulco alba, and that has like a hot pink purple flower, so looking forward to that one as well. It's a good time of the year for cactus. There's so much to look forward to and to wait for. Nice flower on this guy here. Now I won't be doing well, I don't think I'll be doing a cactus flower slideshow this year. I'll probably just check in with you guys via video, and in that way I can give you a little bit more information on the plants themselves. This one's today's just going to be a tour, so it'll just be an overview of everything. Let's go down to the next shelf. To my babies. Well, they're all my babies, but these guys here are special. They're all Gymnocalycium, in the shadiest spot, or one of the shadiest spots on the shelving units, because they like a little bit more protection. This guy here is doing something really cool. I don't know what this guy is called because the label fell off, but anywho, have a look down here. He's got a flower coming up from I don't even know where, underground, I guess, or just below. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to look and direct the camera at the same time, or just on the soil lines. That's pretty cool, and impressive display of flowers as well. 5 flowers. This guy back here is pretty special. He has a yellow flower. I think it's Gymnocalycium andreae or something like that. Nope, the label's fallen off. Never mind. So Gymnocalycium will generally have most common colours, pinks and whites and sort of dusky sort of colours, but he's yellow, so it's a little bit unusual. This guy here, I degrafted, and now he is starting to flower in there, so that's pretty exciting. And these guys will all start to flower soon. They flower a little bit later, so they'll start coming through now. And this guy here will flower as well. He's got a really cool flower. I might actually put a picture up. Welcome back, of this flower. So he's pretty impressive. And there's the Astrophytum from the Cactus Minute that we've already seen. That's a Lophophora on the left and Astrophytum on the right. That one there, the Astrophytum, was getting really sunburnt, so I put him back there in pretty much darkness, and he's taking a little while to recover. I'm just going to sneak one succulent in. This is Tacitus, closely related to Echeveria, featured in my succulent video or succulent tour. He's starting to flower, so these guys are known for their impressive flowers. So I will check back once they're in full bloom. This guy here, I very nearly lost him to mealybug. Let me see if I can. If you have a look in there, that is how much damage was done to this plant. Now this guy is actually in its own video for Cactus ID, probably about 2 years ago now, and it was such a beautiful plant, and the mealybugs just literally savaged this plant. I managed to save it. I don't know how, just barely, but he's coming back, and you can see all that nice fresh growth at the top and even flower buds. So I guess he's saying thank you. And here's all my asterias and a few other bits and bobs, but these are all beginning grafted. I had a bit of a setback with my Trichoceros pachino grafting stock. I lost a few just from not looking after them properly, so it set me back about 3 or 4 months, but that's all right. Down here, just some propagation. I can't remember what this one is called. I think it's Aloysteria albispina or something along those lines. Some tips. They're the stumps of the echeverias that I featured in their own video of the succulent tour. I beheaded them. Oh, there they are. That's what's left of them, because I'm going to make some more. And over there's some Robusias. And we'll just very, very quickly scoot around the corner, and then we'll call it a day, because it's a 16-minute video. It's probably long enough. Here's the mother plants, going well. This guy here, I thought it was finished. I thought, oh, I've just taken way too many pups from it and never let it grow enough. Because it sat there for 6 months doing nothing. Admittedly, it was winter, but now she's back in full effect and growing well. And then this one over here as well. 3 down there, 1, 2, and even more there. And I'll take you on a quick tour of my Paraskeopsis army. So there is here, I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 120, around 120 Paraskeopsis plants. Not all tips, some logs and some tips, which I'm going to start grafting in about 2 weeks, and then just some more Trichoceros pachinoi, because you can never have too many. And then just quickly over here is the black sheep of the cactus collection. I just sort of put them over there because I don't really know what to do with them. Although that big one there is going to a friend of mine. He's taking that one. Anyways, everyone, thanks for watching, and as always, happy gardening. Bye.